I'd like to welcome you back to the channel. So we have with us today Perla Lichi, and Perla is an interior designer, which fascinates me. We'll get into that in a moment, but first I'd like to introduce her. How are you?
How are you? I'm doing great. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for coming on. So the thing is that as we were talking on the phone, what fascinates me is that in general, people have more of an involvement in their decision. I like that pair of pants or that suit or this or that. But you come into people's lives and you tell them what they like. And I mean, you're famous. You have the kind of following that I think people that were just into social media would love to have your following, and you just have it as a result of your business. So there's a lot to talk about and delve into over here.
Oh my God, yes. And I know, I need like all day long to tell you, but it's interesting. I don't know if it's really accurate that I tell people what they should like. I think it's the other way around, and let me tell you why. People know what they like. They just, for the most part, a lot of people they may know how to put it together, or they may not realize what they like until they see it. If you know what I mean. People are visual. People,
Yes.
for the most part, it's easy to like something when you're able to see it and understand it, and it'll be attracted to them. You know what I'm trying to say? When it's visually attracted
You
to
know,
them.
Steve Jobs said this.
Yeah,
Steve Jobs said that he didn't do marketing because people didn't know what they want until he showed it to them.
right, right. And as an interior designer, that's what I do. I like to illustrate to them, obviously once I understand them, because I'm not going to show the same person. I mean, the same thing to every person. Obviously, I'm not going to show a modern design to a person that once I get to know them, obviously would be more comfortable with the classic design. And that's where a good interior designer spaces out from from a better one. I don't know. It's kind of like we have to understand the person first, and then
Yeah.
show them, and then they will know where they're going to be comfortable. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's a little more complicated. I don't know if you know what I'm trying to tell you.
I know what you're trying to tell me, but I think this just drives my point home that you need to know the person in order to figure out what they're going to end up liking. You're not going to come out with 20 suits and hope that one of them the customer knows. If you're a good salesman, you'll bring out the top two or three suits because you already have a feel for them. So I get it.
Right, right. So,
And
and do you know how I find out? And don't laugh. More or less, at least the direction on where to go and what to show them so that I can see the reaction, because body language is important. Body
okay.
language. They don't have to say I like it or not like it, because sometimes people are like scared. Oh, am I going to hurt Perla's feelings if I don't like? No, I watch their body language. That's so important. So you could tell when somebody gets excited about something you show them. You can tell by their body
Right,
language, not just for interior design. That was in general in life, as you know.
right, right, right.
So
You know,
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Tell me.
no, I was going to say, I think this is probably a good time to clarify because I realize people
Mm.
who know you, they understand. People who don't know you have to understand that when we say interior designer, we're not talking about somebody who's coming in and deciding the closet should be on that side of the room or maybe a little rug. We're talking about you make people's homes look like the lobbies of hotel rooms, I guess. I don't know. I hope I'm not offending you, but for better
If that's
explanation,
what the person wants, that's what they're going to get. If
yeah,
a person comes to me and says, "Hey, Perla, can you make my house look like the lobby of a hotel?" Why not? And that's what I'm trying to say. Everybody has different needs, but as an interior designer, I'm trying to figure out how to explain to you and people watching us here, what is my job? What is my job as an interior designer? Okay, my job is, number one, to understand the person that I'm going to be designing for. Okay.
right,
So once I understand that person, okay, because really after all, what is the most personal thing anybody has? Their home. So if I can tap into that person's soul or vibe, then I'm gonna know my direction. So I, number one, and don't laugh, and you guys can laugh if you want, go ahead. I mean, this is maybe a little comedy show here, but I always ask people their birthday. Okay.
Right. What's my birthday? I forgot
You're
I
a
have a birthday.
Taurus. I asked you that already immediately. You're a Taurus. So, okay, a Taurus. If I'm dealing with a Taurus, I already know of the top of my hand of immediately that when I design for you, I'm going to deal with earth tones. The backgrounds have to be very earthy, and I'm not going to go very flashy. You need practical, but yet you need something to set where you work. You work a lot, and you're going to be quick to decide. Taurus will be a quick person to work with. They know what they want for the most part, but then there's going to be different personalities from different
Yes.
signs. That there may be someone that's more flashy, like a Leo is going to want a power or statement. They're going to want flashier colors for sure. I know the ladies that want more bling bling. I mean, every sign is going to want a different thing. I don't care what culture, I don't care what country I'm designing in. The 12 astrology signs to me is a tool on how to direct. But I'm not going to tell them what to like. I'm going to direct them how to take their taste and their style and their lifestyle and balance it for them properly with my professional design abilities.
Beautiful.
So knowing them is important.
Yes. Also, once you're bringing this all into play, I have to mention you live in Florida. And so where people live has different needs. Somebody who's going to live in Florida, like when my parents bought their apartment in Florida, all of a sudden they're getting white floors. Nobody's putting down white tile floors in New York. All of a sudden there's this more flowery approach. Somebody who lives in New York is going to want something different.
Yes.
So, have you, by the way, not to put you on the spot, but like, have you done somebody super famous? Or many people?
Yeah, I've done well. I mean, I did work with I did custom home in Florida back in the day in the early mid 2000s for Scottie Pippen, basketball player.
Wow.
We did a home for him. Now it's been sold, and I'm sure people that watch the Housewives of Miami, they know that they got divorced and they sold the house, whatever. So that was one of my projects. I consider him famous.
Of course.
I've done quite a few other sports celebrities from the Miami Dolphins. There was another one, Tibucky Jones. We did his home in Connecticut. I mean, a lot of sports celebrities, but also in the Middle East, in Dubai, and in the Emirates, we did quite a few of the royal families as well, which, we signed non-disclosure agreements, so we don't mention names.
Right. No, of course. I understand. Let me ask you something I was thinking as I was seeing this amazing color behind you. I love it. I don't know if that's the earth tone in me or not, but that's a color.
There you go. There you go.
Do you create any of your own art, or you just take other people's creations and put it together?
As far as art, you mean like art on the wall?
Everything you do, is there anything? Are you working with already created items, or do you create some of it yourself?
Oh, no. We create the design and the concept ourselves. For example, see, like what I have back here?
Yeah.
This is a wall, okay? And it's an actual feature wall that we put together with agate. It's like actual agate design, and it's all in panels with acrylic. So we created that. That's not somebody's art. We came out with the image, and then we designed the whole wall. And you'll see a lot of my designs. We're coming out with our own concepts, our own designs, and then we find people to install it for us. We have our own team, but I have a team here of designers that have been with me for many years. So yes, it's Perla Lichi Design, but also comes with a creative team that work with me. And then we just a team, of creativity.
So you're a creator also. You're an artist too.
Yeah. Well, I started out as an artist. Of course, I have
right.
I'm an artist. I believe interior design is my art. Okay. Just like Leonardo da Vinci painted the Mona Lisa on a canvas, a room that I would design is my art. from the first sketch on how the layout will be on the floor plan, to the ceiling design, to the elevation, to the 3D rendering with the textures up to the last pillow. That's my art. But obviously each piece of art that I create is different, and each one reflects that particular person's personality. I mean, people will know when they walk into a room, oh my, that looks like a Perla Lichi, because maybe I have a certain signature style of harmony and balance where everything just ties together somehow. They know my touches, but I can range from modern to classic, everything in between too. I mean, I'm not committed to a style. I'm pretty eclectic, as you can tell. No?
Yes. And the cool thing is that your name is Perla Lichi. Like, did your parents know you were going to grow up to do this for a living and they gave you the perfect name? Or did
Well,
you change names?
no, actually, Perla Lichi is the father of my children's name. Okay. And it sounds like Perla Lichi, like
Yeah.
Nina Ricci, Versace, but no. My maiden name is not Perla Lichi, that, like I said, as Perla Cohen, okay? But Perla Lichi became my professional name and my name brand and my trademark. And that's what stayed for many, many years, since I was 19, and I kept that name for two reasons: my professional name, and for sure my children's name, my family name. And it sounds designer-like. What can I tell you?
Yes, very much so. It's perfect.
And, yeah, and to be honest with you, it's been a career that people recognize the name worldwide.
Thank God. Good for you.
Thank God. Thank you. So
we're gonna put some of your information in the description so people can find you and find your stuff. But I mean, right off the bat, definitely people should come check out Perla Lichi on Instagram. You have an enormous amount of showings over there, so I have to mention that.
yes, that shows a little bit of everything. It's a collection of many years of design. We're always evolving, as you know. We all are, and my design is always evolving, and it just keeps going. And I love what I do. I'm passionate about it, and when you're passionate about it, you just keep going. What can I say?
Right. And I know you're very busy, and so therefore, again, I want to thank you for coming on, because I know that your time is precious, and I'm personally, I'm flattered, and I really, really thank you.
Ari, it's been wonderful. I enjoyed talking, and let's keep going. Let's keep having fun.